Okay. Team 3, looking forward to what you have. So judges, if you're ready to push team 3. Team 3, let's get started. And let's see what you got.
Hi, I'm Priyanka.
Hi, I'm Evelyn.
And today we're the speakers representing our company Without Waste. You're casually exploring your neighborhood when you get entangled in a huge sheet. You try escaping, yet it makes you more tangled and tangled as you eventually die. That was the inevitable death of one out of millions of marine life that die due to plastic pollution. We are Without Waste. We source used plastics to create new products to prevent further waste of single-use plastics.
So today, we'll be talking about the problem and solution, followed by the prototype, business model, and marketing plans. So as most of you might know already, the state of the earth is deteriorating every day. Plastic pollution is getting worse as the years go by. Some of these plastics break down into microplastics, which destroy the lands for plants to grow and kill animals. As my teammate also mentioned in the introduction, marine life can be affected. In fact, 100 million marine animals died last year due to the waste in the ocean. In 2018, there were more than 27 million tons of plastic waste in landfills, and our company, Without Waste, is going to reduce that number.
Our solution was to create a product which is 100% sustainable and affordable. Many companies currently exist, such as Tupperware, which sell reusable plastic containers. Some of them also use recycled plastics like us. However, we ethically source the plastics to ensure that no child labor is used, along with all workers being fairly paid. Our company also advocates for more sustainable living. To see a comparison of our company versus two others, we made this table.
As you can clearly see, ours is the superior and better choice. Now, onto our value proposition and why you should invest in us. Our company prides itself on our ethics, as we've mentioned before. We are eco-friendly due to the sourcing of recycled materials, and our products are user-friendly and definitely hassle-free to purchase. It is practical as well as affordable because a lot of our competitors, such as Tupperware, as mentioned before, are expensive.
So we have 3 prototypes currently being shown to you today. So there will be 3 different sets available.
So on our website, we would have these 3 sets available, and you can select the color of all these items. So our water bottle sets and cutleries are the same price, so we'll be getting the same profits each month for it. So in total, we'd have 600 ringgit per month of profit here and an additional 450 ringgit here from stackable container sets.
So our marketing strategies were to use social media. I follow a lot of movements on social media, such as feminist movements and education rights. So I believe that if social media can be used to raise so much awareness for good causes like those, it should be able to raise awareness for animals dying and how we can help save them.
Platforms such as Instagram and TikTok can be extremely useful for users such as advertising. So that is why we've decided to use it. So these would be what our pages would look like, and we would attach the link in our bios for easy access to the website to purchase products.
You should invest in us because we definitely could reduce a segment of plastic waste in landfills. And because we could do that, we could save animals and help the land for plants to grow on. And I'm sure you've heard 1,000,001 other pitches from other groups reducing the plastic waste, but I've done a bit of research and I've unfortunately found out that many companies say that they ethically source the recycled plastics. However, they don't actually have proof on paying their fair wages to workers, and the recycled materials aren't always fully recycled. So we would find a company to provide us with the recycled plastic to make our products. And so because we have such a thorough plan, we could save the animals quicker and make our earth a better place. We would also be able to make everyday life more sustainable, and we would use remaining profits to help good causes such as animal shelters or even beach cleanup companies, etc.
Thank you.
Any questions?
Hi guys.
Go ahead, Debbie.
I really liked your presentation. I liked the way that it was delivered. It was crisp, it was clear, it was energetic. And I like the way that you've kind of thought out the execution part of the business. Question about this is, as you said very correctly, so many people are trying to do what you're trying to do. What do you feel is the key differentiator?
Could you repeat that?
Yeah, so what do you feel is the key differentiator, the key difference in what you're doing?
I feel that it's because we use the right ethics. Like, we wouldn't go and say that, oh, okay, we pay our workers fair wages, especially if we don't do that. And when I was doing my research, I found out that a lot of other companies, they'll claim all these things, but they don't actually have the right certificates to prove it. So I feel like the key differentiator is that we have the right ethics.
Thank you.
I can go next. Very passionate presentation. Seems that you really believe in the products. Very nice. One question for you. In this day and age, a lot of companies are trying to be ethical and obviously think about the environment. So that's totally understandable. So I'm just trying to see if it's the amount that you show. I believe 10 renminbi to produce the product. I mean, is that a little bit low? Is that possible for you to be recyclable and to treat everybody, with fair wages and without doing, without cutting any corners? Is that a bit too low, do you believe, or do you honestly think you can get the cost to be produced for 10 renminbi?
In my opinion, I
sorry.
honestly believe that. Sorry, I'm so sorry.
No, sorry, I was just changing my currency, I think, yeah.
In my opinion, I believe that it is possible because when we were all doing our research, we found out that the recycled materials are a lot cheaper than fresh plastic. So in some cases, the recycled materials won't even cost anything because some companies don't even want the plastics. So hypothetically, we could even get those plastics for free and get the materials for a really cheap cost. So that would help us overall in our costing for our company. So that would be the reason why we would be able to pay all our workers, etc., and cover all costs without cutting corners.
Okay, are you taking into account the plastic getting to you? Do you include that in your equation? I mean, to actually produce it, I understand, yes.
Yeah, the producing of it would be a bit more costly than every other part of it. However, when we source the plastic, I live in KL and there's a lot of recycling centers around my area. So a lot of the plastic there doesn't actually get recycled. So if we were to use plastics like those, which don't end up getting recycled and end up getting dumped in landfills instead, we would be able to source it for a much lower cost and hence make our overall expenses a lot lower.
Okay, thank you.
Does anyone else have any more questions?
Okay, my turn. So can I ask, how do your customers order your product?
We have a website, or we have a website in our social media platforms that you can click on and order it.
So we have the website, which my teammate Evelyn mentioned. And earlier in our marketing pages, we had the link on the pages. And if you were to click those links, it brings you to the website where you can click an order, and then you have the option of going to the nearest convenience store to pick it up, or it'll get delivered to you. So that's how people can purchase our products.
Okay, so on top of your cost to process the plastic, the plastic that has not been recycled yet, you're buying raw plastic from recycled centers, and you have to process it yourself, and then you incur more costs to maintain your website. You incur costs to sell your product. Do you think, with all these in consideration, can you still maintain your cost low? Because it's quite costly to maintain a website.
So yeah, I agree. It's really costly for these things. However, when I did my research, I realized that if we were to get the pre-recycled plastics from recycling centers, which aren't getting recycled, it'll be a lot cheaper at first. However, because of the processing fees and all of that, the cost might go up. But the max increase of the pricing in our products would be 2 ringgit max per product, because our point of the products are to make it not costly for the customers, hence using the recycled materials to lower the costs.
How much do you think your initial investment will require?
Could you repeat that?
How much do you think that your initial investment to start up this business will, how much do you think you'll need to start up this initial investment?
1,000 to 5,000 since we are just a startup business.
Really? Considering the machinery that you need to process the plastic?
A lot of the machinery needed to process these things can actually be rented. Like a lot of factories will provide these for a cost, a small fee. So we only need a small amount because it's still a small business.
Okay, thank you.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Have a good day.
Hold on, team. Hold on. What team three? Hold on, team three. I have one question from the audience. Actually, I'd love to hear it just because we haven't had a question from the audience before. So, Livervo, your hand's been up for a while now. I'd love to see if you have a question since you had your hand up. I've allowed you to talk, so if you unmute, you can talk. If not, then no worries. All right, no worries. We'll go with the no worries. All right, thanks, team three. Really appreciate it. And we look forward to actually seeing that happen, given that you need such a low amount of money to get it going. I think you'll be able to find an investor for that relatively easily, and I hope you will. All right, cool. Team three, well done. Thank you very much.